Thorium was discovered in 1829 by a Swedish chemist. It was then used by Kodak and added to their lenses in 1946 for aerial surveillance. Thorium's a metal that's quite shiny, and it was used up until the 1980s in lenses, usually the fastest lenses, from the likes of Canon and Pentax. Thorium keeps dispersion low and increases the refractive index. What is the refractive index, you ask? A high refractive index means that the light inside the lens moves slower. This also means that the lenses can have a lower profile and less material to make, therefore making them lighter. Low dispersion allows lenses to correct chromatic aberration, which means equal dispersion throughout all the colour ranges and in turn sharper images. The main radiation from a lens of thorium is alpha, which can't really go through into your skin either, so they're pretty safe unless you decide to smash the lens and inhale the dust. I also, though, don't recommend sleeping right next to your lens, or try and leave it a little bit further away, as studies have shown that over 1 meter to 1.5 meters away dramatically reduces the radiation levels. It's not something I'm too worried about, but some people may be. And also when shooting, if you're a bit worried then, it's been shown that wearing glasses can dramatically reduce the radiation that will go into your eye and can cause cataracts. So that's one thing to consider. Well, they tend to yellow due to radioactive decay, which displaces electrons and causes that yellow tint. That's as far as my scientific knowledge on this goes, so anyone who has more info, feel free to leave it in the comments. I have heard that some people have been stopped before when using these lenses or taking them through an airport. However, I've travelled to America, I've travelled to the UK, and I've travelled to some of Europe with this lens, and never once have I been stopped in an airport for radiation levels. So generally, I would say they're okay to fly with, but again, all this is taken at your own risk and can't be held accountable if your lens does get stopped at security. Finally, how long did it take me to de-yellow my lens? I had a slight yellow tint, but nothing incredible. So it was about 4 or 5 days. I only did it in daylight and didn't leave it on overnight just because I didn't really want to just leave a lamp running all night and keep me awake a little bit. So it took me about 3 or 4 days, 8 hours a day, and the yellow dramatically reduced. The only reason I really did it was because apparently it can cast a little tint on your images. I didn't really notice that too much. It can also add a few stops of light difference coming in, so it makes it a bit slower technically. And I kind of wanted to reduce this as I have a TTL meter, and also any external meter might get messed up a little bit from it. So I thought I would just try to get rid of as much of this yellow as possible. That's all on radioactive lenses. If you have any more questions, I can try and answer them in the comments below. But subscribe, and I'll be doing a few more things like this in the future, so let me know if you enjoy them.